at you again. Officer Shapat Dayakin. Dropping something heavy for these cowards out here. Yeah. Coming straight from 125th, 1 West, Harlem, New York. Home of the truth, nigga. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Boom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha. Kingdom's ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Boom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha. All day as we discuss how they don't like us. Got it on streets and corners, all feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us, watch where you stepping. Cause a scene, you gon' see how brotherhood is a weapon. Tough skin protect our wrists, teach girls and kids devoutness. Call them prophetess, a priest damn near nothing without it. More than Rudy's cute and understanding when describing. Virtue loving, no lip from the daughters of Zion. Gold teeth, earrings, chains, and the rings. Precious metals, fabrics, synthetic stones, and everything. Trying to catch the slang, rewind what we rappers lane. Lost in parables, your scripture breakdowns terrible. Yasha Allah, Prince of the power, we are the Jews. God on earth, you can see it by watching all our moves. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Boom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha. Kingdom's ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Boom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Boom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha. Kingdom's ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Boom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha.
Got my heart with my bow tie. Living in this war been my whole life, my Ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Sani, my wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. So I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tech, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Lighters in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. It can't, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know life. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know life. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life. My whole life.
You boy. You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas. Yeah. I'm in it, yo. Got my nigga Rewan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding general. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home, that's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my I can gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth, this shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. All them pussy niggas talking shit, y'all know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm rippin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. How you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, and shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon.
1958. We couldn't eat in the restaurants in Louisville. We couldn't eat downtown. One day I saw two Africans go in with their robes and their turbans. They couldn't speak English. I heard the man say, "Let them in, they're not Negroes." I said, something's wrong. I can't say it's because I'm black, because they're so black and they're blue, but they went in. So I said, well, I get my Olympic gold medal, then I'll go in. I went and got my gold medal, went back in, ordered 2 cheeseburgers, and they said, sorry, we don't serve Negroes. I said, I don't eat them either, just give me 2 cheeseburgers. And she said, you're getting smart. She called the manager, and he said something about, I don't care who he is. She said, Cassius Clay, I don't care who he is. Anyway, but the idea was I couldn't eat there, so I got so angry. I drove Dutch to the Ohio River and stood there and looked at the gold medal, and I could imagine that American flag waving when they played the national anthem when I beat the Pole, the Russian. Dun, 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 dun. And I'm standing with the medal on. Dun, 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 dun. I said, boy, I'm going back to Louisville, and I can eat now. I can go in the restaurants, put them on the spot. They can't put me out there. I'm the champ of the world. I'm in a big country like Rome, representing the United States, one little city named Louisville, and now I done beat the whole world. Boy, dun, dun. They put me out of that restaurant. I said, this medal ain't worth a damn.
Even when Moses came to get the children of Israel, right? He came to get the children of Israel. He still had to tell them, God is going to build you a place flowing with milk and honey. And they had to fight their own soul to have enough faith to get there. And many of us died. Many of us died in our lack of faith. Our lack of, right or wrong. Many of us died never holding on with enough strength to the Father to say, I'm committed and I'm not turning back. But the ones that did, they went into the kingdom of heaven. They watched miracles happen. They watched the nation be born out of the ground where it was impossible to do. The terror, when you read them scriptures, man, and you read the terror that was on those Israelites when that Egyptian army came down after them, that Egyptian, and they do just what people do. They do just what people do. The minute that Egyptian army came down on them, they turned their back on Moses.
Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Barak Thumb, Yahweh Shema Thumb, by Shem Yahweh Priest and Officer Amawanga Bar, Tuesday night Brotherhood class, ISUPK, Under Commander Hunter, the only man authorized to teach this Bible, to raise up priests to teach the Bible and push it around the internet, you feel me, around the earth, you feel me, outside, wherever you never at, you feel me, real talk, you feel me, teaching Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians the truth about the Bible, you feel me, disputing all the lies of the Christian church, you feel me, all your fears of white supremacy, you know, we debunking all that, you feel me, right in ISUPK. But tonight class, what it's going to be about, something big that came out over the weekend. Russia says that they're fighting a proxy war. That's what's going on right now. They've been battling, they've been going at it for the last two years, almost 3 years, Russia and America. And Russia has came out to say again that they're standing on it, that they're fighting a proxy war. If you don't know what a proxy war is, that means they're fighting somebody, but the people they fighting is not the ones that they really fight. Basically saying like America is supporting Ukraine. Ukraine and Russia, that's their business. That's their business. That has nothing to do with nobody else. They was together, Soviet Union, they split up, whatever, what the bam. Now it's somebody from the outside coming and meddling in their business. You feel me? Giving them missiles that they know that they didn't have. Guns and training that they know that they did not have. Real talk. And that's what he mean by we fighting a proxy war. Basically saying they fighting America. But America is using Ukraine to do their dirty work. You feel me? Like what we used to call like an instigator. You feel me? Back in the day. Somebody like instigating a fight. Like you getting somebody to fight because you really don't want to do it. So you getting somebody else to do it for you. Real talk. See, if I could, we could jump into this first article Death tolls rises to 20 after gunmen attack Russia.
Moscow, June 24th. Death toll from a series of brazen attacks on churches and synagogues in Russia's mainly Muslim region of Dagestan rose to 20 on Monday after gunmen went on a rampage and coordinated attacks in two of the republic's most important cities.
Right. Okay. So it's just ironic that after all this stuff going on with Russia and Ukraine, that now all of a sudden they have a mass shooting. Now white is white, and wrong is wrong. So I'm not saying no other white people do mass shootings, but in America. But what I'm saying is when you mostly hear about a mass shooting is in America. But this time it's happened in Russia. Now, we all know what the CIA job is. I don't know if you know now. But we was fighting a proxy war way back then. We thought we was fighting the Bloods and the Crips for gang territory and all that. But we was fighting a proxy war. The American government was funding the war on drugs. They were supplying the crack and the cocaine and the heroin and the guns. And we thinking we fighting each other when we've been fighting a proxy war since the beginning. So we don't give a damn about no Ukraine or Russia. Just to go ahead and put that out there in the air. Because we've been fighting a proxy war since we've been in this place. They've been putting us up against each other, the Mexicans against the blacks, the Native Indians against the blacks. That's something we've been going through since we've been here fighting a proxy war, where the white man is the one really behind it, pulling all the strings, coming up with all the damn tactics and sending the CIA in to destroy our neighborhoods. So we ain't got no pity on Russia, nothing like that. We just letting you know that you're watching the beginning of World War III. That's why we keep doing these breakdowns to be aware is to be alive. Because a lot of people is not really alive. You're really just a walking dead. And you just don't understand it. Real talk. You go ahead.
Gunmen with automatic weapons burst into Orthodox church and a synagogue in the ancient city of Durban on Sunday evening, setting fire to an icon at the church and killing 66-year-old Orthodox priest Nikolai Kotelenko.
Right. That's what I'm saying. See, we have no definitive proof that America did this. But what I'm telling you is that's the CIA job. They start wars. That's what they do. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was the CIA of America that went in and did this just to cause more uproar and more chaos in Russia.
In the city of Mykolaiv, 125 kilometers north on the Caspian Sea shore, attackers shot at a traffic police post and attacked the church.
You could drop that. So the whole point of that is this: America did it to us, and now they're doing it to Russia. Not only is they using Ukraine to fight a war that they don't want to fight, which is a proxy war. You feel me? Now they sending mass gunmen in to just do mass shootings, which we know mostly only happen really in America. So you can drop that. Let's go to Russia tells U.S. ambassador. Yeah, go ahead. Slide.
What didn't the CIA? What war was that the CIA funded to even fund the war on drugs? Drugs over there?
It was a war in Nicaragua. What was it called? It was called something else. Yeah, the Contra scandal. That was one of them. And it was another one though. What was the one with Oliver North? Was that the same one with Oliver North? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've been stuff like that, proxy wars and stuff like that. They've been doing that. That's their thing. That's America thing. Feel me? Throw a rock and hide their hand. You go ahead.
It's like the reason why I'm saying that, just to actually the point which you just made, America's been doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not a big shock or a surprise to us that that America would have done.
Mm-hmm.
The CIA would have done.
No, right. No, that's heavy, real talk. And that's why I wanted to bring that article out, because I know a lot of people would be like, damn, Russia mass shooting. But ain't nobody wondering, like, how did that just so happen around the time where they got all this, stuff going on with America? It just, it just seemed real funny. That's all I'm saying. So you go ahead with that article.
Russia tells U.S. ambassador it will retaliate over 7 missile strike.
Right. Y'all know it or not, but Russia ain't no joke. They just sent a nuclear submarine. What they sent it to Cuba, if I ain't mistaken. Like this is real. What's happening? You sitting back smoking weed still and getting high. This is real. This is really happening, man. This is really about to go off, man. This shit is really about to go crazy. Life as you know it is not about to be the same. The Wi-Fi, the Walmart, the Kroger's, man, look, shit about to get real. A lot of y'all say y'all don't like paying tithes because tithes supposed to be fruit and vegetables. Well, you finna have to start giving up them fruit and vegetables because Kroger's and the grocery store is about to close. It's about to be a nuclear war, and you ain't even ready for it. Real talk.
Russia has blamed the United States for barbaric attack in Crimea that relied on U.S. provided missiles and killed at least 4, including children, and wounded 151 of them.
Right, man. You killing 8 people. You got to pay for that. Russia not finna keep just sitting back with all that land, all them missile seeds. Just went to go holler at Kim Jong-un. Trump called him Rocket Man because that's all he did was test missiles in his country where he lived, where his people always been. They ain't never been in slavery. So he don't even understand why Trump even mad. This is what he did. They free. You can't tell them what the hell to do.
Russia's foreign ministry summoned U.S. Ambassador Leanne Tracy on Monday and accused the U.S. of waging a proxy war and said retaliatory measures were definitely followed.
That's what I'm saying. They calling this a proxy war. Everything that Ukraine is doing to Russia, that's what they saying. They basically saying America is the one doing it. Real talk. And if you think I'm playing, this is an article, historybombs.com. It say details of 4 major proxy wars of the Cold War included the Korean War, the Vietnamese War, the Cuban Missile Crisis, and the Afghan-Soviet War. An analysis of the impact of each proxy war and how significant they were influencing relations between the U.S. and the USSR during the Cold War. You feel me? This is something America been doing. This ain't nothing new. They've been doing this, and it messed up their relations with Russia. All these proxy wars they've been doing.
Since Russia invaded Ukraine in February 22, Moscow has persistently claimed that it is effectively fighting a proxy war with the West.
With the West. Some of America. America is the West. The ISUPK is one West. Somebody better tell Kendrick Lamar to stop playing. You feel me? AKA Benz is just a car. Better go and give up some of that money. But that's a whole nother topic.
Speaking to reporters on Monday, U.S. Department of State spokesperson Matthew Miller said that the U.S. provides Ukraine with weapons so that it can defend its sovereignty, and that Tracy conveyed regret over any civilian life.
They saying they would have been smashed Ukraine, but America is feeding them guns and missiles and stuff like that. That's what Russia saying. They would have been, this war would have been over. It's been 2 years.
A recent decision about the U.S. allowing Ukraine to use weapons and supplies on targets inside Russian territory risks escalation and will incur consequences, the Kremlin said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we brought this out a minute ago, though. What they basically saying is Ukraine was trying to get into NATO in the middle of this because they were scared. They were scared of Russia. They try to somehow get into NATO, but NATO didn't want to let them in because Turkey is a part of NATO, and Ukraine has some terrorist groups inside of them that's enemies to Turkey and a couple other of Turkey allies. And they didn't want to let them in NATO because if they let them in NATO, they were going to be giving them nukes and them nukes and weapons, they would have eventually, the terrorist groups would have been able to get a hold to them and now use them to kill Turkish Arabs and stuff like that.
The Ukrainian attack on the Russia-occupied Crimean Peninsula was conducted with 5 U.S. supplied Army tactical missile systems. Missiles, the Russian Ministry of Defense said on Sunday. It added that 4 had been shot down and that the 5th had detonated in midair. The ministry claimed that U.S. specialists had set the missile's flight coordinates on the basis of information from U.S. spy satellites. There has been no response from the U.S., which began supplying Ukraine with the missiles earlier this year. There is no immediate response from the Kiev.
Right, that's why all the money going. You want to buy everything sky high? That's why. You want to buy everything going up? That's why, because they're giving all the money. They're giving all the money to fund this war.
Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov called the attack absolutely barbaric and said in a news conference that Moscow will react to U.S. involvement.
Yeah, so we could drop that. Let's go to that last article. So that article was just showing you how what's going on in Ukraine and Russia. The Russians know America is behind it. You feel me? You didn't know America was behind the war on drugs. You feel me? You didn't know America was the reason why the black community looked like shit. You didn't know that America was the reason behind why you can't do nothing right. Can't raise your kids right. You can't do shit. You didn't know it was America's fault. Russia, no. Because they was never enslaved. They know. Go ahead.
The rise of interracial marriage and its approval rate.
Now, I know you wonder how we didn't switch topics like that. This is all a part of World War III. All of this is a part of World War III. The proxy wars, the interracial dating, the LGBT, all that stuff is a part of World War III. Real talk.
Statistical changes in American opinion, approval of interracial marriage in the U.S. is at a new high of 94%.
Right. Interracial dating it used to be illegal. Interracial dating used to be illegal. Now it's up 94%. 94%. Majority of couples nowadays is interracial. It's a black man, white girl, black man, Asian girl, white dude, black one, whatever. Majority of couples nowadays is interracial.
When Gallup first asked the question in 1958, just 4% of Americans approved of interracial couples. Approval rating is sky high, no matter how you slice the data.
Right. So in 1958, only 4% of people even thought it was okay. You hear me? Just like before, 1970, nobody believed that homosexuality was okay. Everybody knew it was a mental disorder. Everybody looked at you crazy. But now, interracial dating is high, homosexuality is high, and we got all these proxy wars that America keep doing.
Age, 98% of 18 to 29-year-olds approved, 97% of 34 to 49, and 91% of 50 plus. Race, 96% of non-white Americans and 93% of white Americans.
Right. And this was unheard of back in the day. That's why I said that. It's up 94%. The people is approving of interracial dating at an all-time high. At the same time of proxy wars and rumors of wars. Donald Trump bringing racism back openly. It's never left, but now it's open. It's in the public. You see somebody with a Trump hat on, you know it's like wearing a Klan hat. It's like they got on a Klan suit, but it's just a Trump hat. And don't get me wrong, I see black people with Trump hats. I see Cubans at my slave with Trump stickers. And one of them told me that they need to send them back across the border. I say, nigga, you is a coon. You got to be outside your man. He said they need to send them across the border because it's making him and his people look bad. That's over here trying to do the right thing. I said, nigga, you is insane. There you go.
That's crazy you say that because remember my cousin, I told you I was at the fair with my kids over the past weekend. I seen so many Make America Great had Trump hats, and then it was two little devils, female devils walking around with Trump flags.
Damn.
Trump 2024 flags walking around.
That's insane, man.
It's like they don't even try to hide their racism or their creative.
Trump,
It's
nope.
just out there.
Trump did it the same way that Obama did it for the LGBT community. Real talk. Two of our biggest slaveries we was in, the Africans and the white people.
So I got another question. Could we say that the LGBTQ elemental P plus whatever the alphabet people, that whole agenda, is that damn a proxy war on our kids?
Yeah.
Forcing it on our kids?
Yeah. That's all a proxy war is. That's all it is. It's like a puppet master. They pushing something, they acting like they ain't got nothing to do with it. Real talk. Like an instigator. There you go.
It's like on me. I was watching Captain Goldbar show in St. Louis on Sunday, and he was talking about the LGBT community and played this song. And at the beginning of the song, before the song kicked off, the LGBTQ person was like, "Y'all are so afraid that we're after your children," and you're right. And then went into the song. I said, damn.
Hell yeah, that shit a virus. I forgot who that was. Said they like vampires. You hear me? They gotta turn you into them because they can't reproduce.
It was heavy because they openly admitted that they're after our children.
Yeah, hell yeah, they is. All the damn drag queen shows they doing in front of the kids and all the secret shit they pushing in these books and these TV shows and shit. Hell yeah, that's a proxy war. Disney Channel. Nickelodeon is a proxy war. You feel me? The YouTube, all that shit is a proxy war. They fighting like a motherfucker, acting like they ain't doing nothing. Real talk.
By region, 94% of the people in the East approve of interracial marriage, 93% in the Midwest, 93% in the South, and 97% on the West Coast.
That's a fact, man. Interracial dating is at an all-time high. This shit ain't no joke. You could just walk outside and see that. You could just go to the club or take a stroll down the busiest strip full of bars in your city, and you will see interracial dating is higher than a motherfucker. You hear me now? A lot of people just be stuck in the hood. So you stuck in the hood, you might not see it as much. But when you start getting out and going around like masses of people, you will see interracial dating high as hell.
Back in 1967, just 3% of married couples were interracial.
Just 3% back in 1967.
Now it's 20.
Now it's 20%. 20% of people that's married is interracial couples. It's a war in itself. This is a war. This is a war right here on a black and brown race. This is a war on your minds, on philosophy. You know how much confusion that causes? Interracial dating causes so much confusion. You sitting there married to a white girl and you see George Floyd with a knee on his neck. What the hell do you do? Say, oh yeah, that's just an isolated incident. You a bitch. You a whole hoe. It's Juneteenth. Your girl coming there with fried chicken and greens. This white girl coming in the room for breakfast with fried chicken and greens on Juneteenth, talking about be happy because you free. Oh, don't let her get the watermelon. It's a lie. Don't let her get the watermelon. The grape soda. That's racism in itself. That's a proxy war.
It's like this. The chicken ain't finna be seasoned, man, and the greens finna be undercooked.
Man, I'm gonna just start calling everything a proxy war. Whenever I see something that ain't right, and I say, man, this ain't you. You ain't the one doing this. It's a proxy war. Somebody got you up to this shit, like real talk. But yeah, you out there, you married to you black, you married to a white person or African, Asian or whatever, you a traitor, man. That's it, you a traitor.
It's crazy you say that too, because you swear, like every black man that's with a white woman swear he pro-black, but like how can he be pro-black but go home to a dog?
Man, it don't even make no sense.
You know what I'm saying? They don't make no sense.
One of the biggest so-called revolutionaries in sports was Lou Alcindor, changed his name to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, married to a white girl. 7 foot. This 7 foot tall black man supposed to be so militant and wearing berets and say he part of the Black Panther movement. He married to a white girl. Come on, man, stop. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Oh yeah, one of them. Muslim Black Panthers, one of them. I don't know. I thought they was the same. My whole time growing up, I always thought they was the damn same thing. The Black Panthers and the Muslims. I couldn't tell the damn difference. Shit, real talk.
Big picture. There are many reasons contributing to the rise of interracial dating and marriage in the U.S. The Guardian reports. 1. Acceptance of interracial couples is steadily growing, though unique challenges and stressors for these couples still exist. Many interracial couples in the U.S. are feeling anxiety with heated public debate on issues involving racial justice.
That's what I just was talking about. How do you sit in a room with this white girl, or you a black woman with this white man, and this big race issue come up, and y'all can't even agree? He's sitting there saying, well, yeah, I think the police did what he should have done. I think he did right. He should have listened to the officer. And she's sitting there like, well, damn, but why did he have to take excessive force? And now what? You hear me? Now what? Now what? That's gonna probably lead to a divorce.
With heated public debate on issues involving racial justice, immigration, and even direct attacks on minority groups.
Right, they say immigration is another problem. A lot of minorities coming over, a lot of people immigrating and marrying different races and stuff like that. But this is Babylon the Great. That's all these major countries, like you ever heard about Rome, Greece, and stuff. They all, like, you might have thought they was just all white. No, they was filled with a bunch of different races. They all was filled with a bunch of different races and philosophies.
2, America is increasingly diverse and is projected to have a majority-minority population by 2045.
And that's scaring the white supremacists. That's scaring them. You hear me? That they say by 2024, it's projected to have a majority-minority population. Real talk. And they let you put other as a race now. That's a new race, other. You ain't got to say you white or black. You can just put other.
I never understood it on the applications other. Like, what is other? What is an other? Other isn't a race.
They kind of.
They got mixed on there too. You put mixed on there.
Yeah, just raise your hand next time. You good though. You good.
Increasing the diversity of potential romantic partners. 3, younger Americans are more educated than ever. There's a higher rate of interracial marriage among those with more education.
They say that young Americans are more educated than ever is a leading cause for interracial dating. That's why I say being pretty don't give you a right to be stupid. You good.
Like I said, for me, so basically what you're saying is college is a proxy war.
Yes, college. Sending your kids to college is a proxy war. They got you thinking you doing the right thing. And I ain't saying you not. But if you ain't raising these kids right, and only people raising their kids right is the ISUPK and the Commander Honor. Nobody else teaches no discipline, none about the past, none about the future. Everybody else just living in pleasure. Teaching their kids to live in pleasure. You love who you love, man. That's bullshit. You sending your kid to college to get a degree, they going to learn about interracial dating. Getting trains ran on them. Really getting high. Stepping in a damn step line.
Bottom line, 55 years after the legalization of interracial marriage.
Right, 55 years out. There's only been 55 years. It's 2024. Interracial dating only been legal 55 years.
Americans nearly unanimously approve of love across race.
Right, that's all about lust. You know, love and interracial dating is just lust. But interracial dating is a big part, a humongous part of Christ's return. Real talk. And we finna get into that in the scriptures. You go ahead and go to Matthew 24:4.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you.
Right. And that's serious. Let no man deceive you. Like everything you've been learned, everything you've been taught, don't let nobody take that away from you. Because that's exactly what's going to happen. Especially once you find the truth. It's none but people out there trying to deceive you. You go ahead.
Verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ.
Right. Many will come. It's been many religions where some nutcase said that they the Messiah. You hear me? They the Messiah. Well, what was his name? Jim Jones. He had them drink the Kool-Aid. They all died. You feel me? You got Nasty Nate and IUIC running around with pictures of Christ. It's really a picture of him. We had another fake Israelite group say he was the comforter. Now that nigga dead. He died from COVID. You hear me? There's going to be a lot of people who say that they the Messiah. A lot of people. And they going to deceive many.
And shall deceive many. Verse 6. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars.
Right. And that's what you're going to hear about. This is what Christ letting the disciples know about when he going to be coming back. You're going to hear wars and rumors of war. That's all we've been hearing about. We've been hearing about rumors of wars since then they went into Iraq. And you know why we keep hearing about rumors of wars? Because they proxy wars. That's why. You wonder why we keep hearing all these rumors? Where the real war at? Where the big one at? Where 2-3 million people died like in World War II. I think 10 million people died in World War II. Where is that at? You know why you ain't seeing that? Because they a bunch of proxy wars. America keeps starting it with different countries and stuff like that to keep their hands out of it, to keep their citizens from dying or having to be drafted, which we just came out, they back doing.
See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
Right, because a lot of people get scared. They hear about Russia sending a submarine into the Caribbean. And now they can't go to Miami and twerk all night on the beach because the damn missile might be coming. Man, that's the Lord. You go ahead.
It's like, sir, with no legs.
No legs. They twerking with no legs, no hands. Roscoe Dash. You hear me? Real talk. Can't twerk no more in Houston. You can't go to Houston and twerk. It's a damn nuclear submarine down there. Can't go to Louisiana to get the damn seafood boils and eat all the crab and crawfish. It's a damn nuclear submarine down there. That's of the Lord right there.
For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Right, but it ain't over. All this stuff you hearing about, you seeing, it ain't over yet though.
Verse 7. But nations shall rise against.
Right, that's what's gonna happen. He's letting the disciples, this was gonna happen. Nigga, y'all ain't physically gonna see it. You might spiritually see it because you're gonna be back in a new body. But this is not gonna happen in your time. It's gonna be nation come against nation. That's what's happening. That's what you're seeing.
And kingdom against kingdom.
Kingdom against kingdom. Russia is a kingdom. America is a kingdom. Russia got allies. There's kingdoms. America got allies. There's kingdoms. America got the UK. You feel me? They got Canada. They got Mexico. Russia got North Korea, Iran. You feel me? Real talk.
And there shall be famines and pestilence.
Right, and that's what's happening. Famines is a shortage. You feel me? It's a shortage on everything.
And earthquakes in diverse places.
Right, and that's exactly what's happening. There's earthquakes happening all over with places it don't even happen at. I think it was an earthquake in New York, shook the whole damn East Coast a couple months ago. Everybody was losing their goddamn mind.
Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrow.
Damn right. All these is the beginning of the end of this place. But a lot of people are gonna be sad about it because they gonna miss Walmart and Kroger's and stuff, miss the Wi-Fi and stuff like that. They gonna miss that stuff. That stuff got you brainwashed. You hear me? That stuff so good, they think you don't think you could even do it. You don't even think you can make your own Kroger's or Walmart or Wi-Fi.
Verse 9, then they shall deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you.
And that's exactly what's happening. You hear me? They finding reasons to kill black people. They finding reasons to destroy us because they know that what's coming.
And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
Right, and this is how you know this is talking about black people. Because black people is the only ones hated of all nations. We the only ones that's hated by everybody. And we ain't did nothing to nobody. But we hated by all nations.
Verse 10, and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another.
That's what's happening. These proxy wars. They offended. They betraying each other, hating each other. Ukraine and Russia was together. Now they not. And now Ukraine getting help from America. And Russia and America had some business that they was doing. They all betraying each other. This is all of the Most High in Christ that you seeing. Real talk. And the end still ain't even yet.
Verse 11, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many.
Yeah, many false prophets is risen. You got Muhammad, you got Buddha, you got the Pope, you got a nigga in Mississippi talking about he Christ, and the Nile River is the Mississippi River. Nigga, we got a lot of shit going on right now. We is living this scripture. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. We living it too, right here, right now.
Verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, and the love of many shall wax cold.
Iniquity, that's sin. Sin is everywhere. Sin is everywhere. Sin is legal. It's legal in America. What the Bible say is a sin is legal in America. And it say the love of many shall wax cold. That means decrease. The love of many is decreasing. It's a nothing but hatred. You feel me? And I ain't talking about the type of hatred that you need to have. I'm talking about the type of hatred that people is dying. You feel me? People is dying. Black people is hating each other. Mexicans hating each other. The Cubans. People that's supposed to love each other is hating each other right now. The white man, Russia and America, they supposed to be loving each other. They hating each other right now. Real talk. That's because sinning is running rampant.
Verse 13, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Right. Everybody seek their own salvation. Everybody around you, your kids, your mama, your daddy, all that stuff, man, look, you got to endure past all this stuff so you can get saved. All you can do is just tell people what they need to hear. Hear me about the truth. And if they don't want to listen to the truth, man, they ain't going to be saved at the end. But you got to focus on you being saved, making sure you right. Real talk. All right, so you could drop down to 34.
Count. Verse 34. Verily, I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled.
Right. That and that's what I'm saying. This ain't the end. All this stuff you seeing, all this wickedness, this still ain't the end yet. All the stuff Christ just said, that stuff gotta pass. You feel me? So all these things be fulfilled.
Verse 35. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass.
Right, heaven and earth. You feel me? Heaven is people that's in a high place. The earth is people that's in a low place. Because what we know from nuclear bombs, the earth ain't going nowhere. So that's how you know this is a metaphor. This is talking about a position. This is not talking about physical, heaven in the sky, and then earth, what you standing on the ground. Because nuclear bombs get dropped left and right, testing them, and earth still standing still. This is talking about a position. This is talking about people in a high place and people that's in a low place. They gonna pass away, but my words shall not. This stuff got to happen. That's what Christ basically saying. No matter what.
Verse 36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only.
Right. So the Most High is the only one that knows about this. He's the only one that knows when this is about to take place. So right now, this is just a rumor.
Verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be.
Right. So I just want to ask a question in the room or online. What was happening during the days of Noah? If you was watching from the beginning, you might could tell. Yeah. You was watching from the beginning. That's this for the room or online. Whoever got it, you go ahead. All right. That ain't what happened during the days of Noah. There was something else happening, but that wasn't it. You go ahead.
So like I said, for me, interracial marriage.
Interracial dating. Get a brother a hand. I'm saying Christ. That's what was happening. Christ saying when he come back, it's going to be like the days of Noah. And that's, of course, the Greek translation from Hebrew. But that's just talking about Noah or Knock in the Hebrew. It's going to be like the days of Noah. During the days of Noah, interracial dating caused the flood. During the days of Solomon, interracial dating caused the split of the kingdom. Interracial dating is a sin. And Christ is just spot checking, letting you know that in the days of Noah, that's when I'm going to be coming back. Interracial dating is going to be up 94%. Ain't that what it said? It said interracial dating is up 94% since 1958. We living in the days of Noah. So what that mean? Christ is on his way back.
Verse 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage.
Right. That's basically saying they was just living their life. You feel me? Before the flood, people was just having sex, having children, drinking liquor, having fun. They was just partying, not knowing. Go ahead.
Until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Not knowing that they was about to die. That's what's happening right now. People out there partying. They rapping. They getting signing new contracts. Sexy Red is all over the TV. Glorilla is all over your internet. Every time you go on your internet, you see Glorilla. Future still talking about popping Percocets and Molly's. He don't even do drugs. People is just out here living their life. The Instagram models getting passed around. The basketball wives getting passed around. Everybody just having sex, having fun, not even knowing that they about to die. That they're about to be put to death. Just like in the days of Noah. It was living their life. Until Noah closed that door.
Verse 39. And knew not until the flood came and took them all away.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people right now, they don't understand. That's why I say this class, to be aware is to be alive. You feel me? If you're not aware of what's going on live, it's a flood coming. A lot of people is about to die, but you don't know because you worried about what Sexy Red new song is coming out. Remy Ma's son just shot Nicki Minaj's boyfriend cousin. That's the type of shit you worried about. Which is fine, I guess, if you bored. But what about this? What about the war that's happening over there in the Middle East? Is happening for you to be saved. You don't even know it. You don't even know it's happening for you.
So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Right, and that's all Christ is letting them know. Y'all want to know when I'm coming back? That's when. That's when. Interracial dating is going to be at its all-time high. You're going to keep hearing about wars and rumors of wars. That's how you know I'm close to coming back. But the exact date, don't nobody know that but the Father. He made that clear. So you could drop that. Let's go to Zechariah 12 and 8.
Book of Zechariah chapter 12 verse 8. And in that day the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
That's talking about us. We the inhabitants of Jerusalem. That's our capital city. That's the Lord's favorite city.
And he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David.
Right. And David, of course, was the king of Israel. You hear me? He was a man after the Lord's own heart. And the Most High is telling Zechariah that in that day, when Christ is returning, the weak is going to be as strong as David.
And the house of David shall be as God.
And the house of David shall be as God, which is a power. You know why that's so serious? Because the house of David is a big family inside of Israel. You hear me? Think about like people named last name Johnson. You hear me? People last name Smith. There's a lot of black people who last name Smith and Johnson. You hear me? Because they big, humongous families inside of black people. You hear me? But what you got to understand about the house of David, it failed. The house of David became so small that Christ's father was called a carpenter. You the carpenter's son. Can anything good come from Nazareth? Because the house of David failed, which was once a royal house with might and glory and riches. It fell to the ground.
As the angel of the Lord reported.
Right, you go ahead to verse 9.
Verse 9. And it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. Right,
and in this day, the Lord gonna seek to destroy all the nations that come up against Jerusalem. Feel me? Everybody that ever came up against us, man, ever conspired with America to help destroy us because America loved proxy wars, you all got to pay for it. You feel me? You all guilty by association. Anybody that ever helped America destroy black people further, you guilty by association. That's what the Lord is saying. Anybody that ever came up against Jerusalem, you got to pay. You got to pay. You want to help fight proxy wars with America, you got to pay. You want to come in our neighborhoods with your business, with your grants and loans from the government to help destroy our neighborhoods, you got to pay. Real talk. So you could drop that. Let's go to Job 12 and 19.
The book of Job, chapter 12, verse 19. He that leadeth princes may spoil and overthroweth the mighty.
Right. It's Job. He's talking about what the Most High can do. You know, when you thinking that anything is impossible, nothing's impossible with the Lord. He'll spoil princes. That means ruin. He'll ruin them. He'll destroy them. You ever seen what happened to Rome? Rome was mighty. They had princes and Caesar, all that. Now it's just a tourist attraction in Italy.
Verse 20. He that removeth away the speech of the trusted and taketh away the understanding of the age.
Right. The people that speak real good and elegant, he'll take that away. You hear me? He'll take that away. He'll have people that you trusted. You hear me? Their speech was real trusty. Say, no, it's a black man book. Their speech was real trusty. That's some shit a nigga would say. Ain't no white people talk like that. You hear me? He removed away the speech of the trusty. You hear me? People that you trust real good don't sound too smart no more. You hear me? Might tell you to drink bleach when the COVID come. Like I said, I'm gonna say that until Christ return. But that was the most stupidest shit I ever heard.
And taketh away the understanding of the age.
Right, and the people that's aged, like the people that's supposed to have wisdom, been around a minute, it's gonna take away their understanding, their common sense. Their common sense is gonna be gone away.
Verse 21. He poureth contempt upon princes.
Right, contempt, that means to look down on. Like when you look down on somebody because you don't, like, you know, they not really who you thought they was.
And weakeneth the strength of the mighty.
And that's what the Lord doing right now. What you seeing, he's weakening the strength of the mighty. They just sent a submarine, nuclear submarine, into the damn Caribbean. America didn't play that shit. Look like they playing tonight. Thought they was super tough. They don't look so tough no more. Why they ain't bomb it up or nuke it? They bombed black neighborhoods. You feel me? They bombed Tulsa, Oklahoma was the first airstrike in America, on American soil. White people did it to black people. Why don't y'all go do it to Russia? They got a damn submarine over there right now. Go ahead. Bet you ain't gonna do it. I hope you do it, but you ain't gonna do it. You hear me? I know you ain't. Because he weakened in the hand of the mighty.
Verse 22, he discovered deep things out of darkness.
Right, the darkness is ignorance. You feel me? The Lord discovered deep things. You feel me? Out of ignorance. Deep things, like you think deep. You feel me? You real intellectual. But the Lord discovered things out of darkness. You feel me? Stuff that you can't understand, the Lord will make his men understand it for you.
And bringeth that to light the shadow of death.
Right, and the light is intelligence. You feel me? And the shadow of death, of course, is the dead. You feel me? Real talk. He had people that's dead that you thought was nothing, you know, be the ones teaching you, showing you what's about to happen. And that's what's happening in ISUPK on the Commander General. Real talk.
Verse 23, he increased the nations and destroyed them.
Right. So yeah, you wondering why these nations is populating so much. They got all this land for destruction. So the Lord can show his power. That's the whole point. You feel me? He didn't increase white people so much and Asians and Africans so much for nothing. They all came up against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So he's increasing them to destroy them. You thought Africa was the biggest continent because it's the motherland? No, it's so he can destroy them and show you that they are nothing.
He enlarged the nations and straightened them again.
Right. You ever heard your mama say, I got to straighten you out? You hear me? We got to straighten you out. That's why he enlargeth the nations. So he can straighten them out. Show them who's really in charge. Real talk.
Verse 24, he taketh away the heart of the chief of the people of the earth.
Take away the heart. You hear me? The mind. They ain't got no wisdom. They don't know what's going on.
And causeth them to wander in the wilderness where there is no way.
Right, and that's exactly what's happening. You feel me? That's what's exactly about to happen. You feel me? They're gonna be wandering in the wilderness. They ain't gonna be knowing where to go, what to do. These same people that you entrusted ain't gonna know where to go or what to do. The Lord is setting all them up. Real talk. All right, so you could drop that. Let's go to Isaiah 49 and 24.
Come. The book of Isaiah chapter 49, verse 24. Shall the prey be taken from the mighty, or the lawful captive delivered?
We're going on with 26.
Come, verse 25. But thus say the Lord, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away.
Right. Shall the prey be taken from the mighty? I mean, Isaiah is wondering because I think at this time we're in slavery in Babylon. Right now we're in Babylon the Great. You feel me? Shall the prey be taken from the mighty? They was mighty. He asked the Lord, shall they be taken from them?
And the prey of the terrible shall be delivered. For I will contend with him that contendeth with thee, and I will save thy children.
Right. And that's possessive. I will save thy children, not the whole world. I will save thy children. Give me real talk. He said the captives of the mighty shall be taken away. Right now, blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, we captives in this place. We in prison. You think because you got a passport, that shit don't mean nothing. You in prison right now in America. This is a damn prison. This is a big ass prison. You feel me? Nothing but smoke and mirrors. Got you thinking you free because you can go to the water park. You can go to Disneyland. Nigga, you a slave. You go ahead.
It's like I married a white girl.
And marry a white girl. Live the Martin Luther King dream. You want to be like Michael Brenham Jr. Good luck.
Verse 26. And I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh.
Right, and that's what's about to happen. You feel me? Everybody that oppressed us is about to be getting fed with their own flesh. You feel me? Their own people. They about to start killing each other. The Africans gonna be killing the Africans. White people gonna be killing white people. Asians gonna be killing Asians. That's what's about to happen because they oppressed us. So they're gonna be killing each other.
They shall be drunken with their own blood.
Right, they're gonna be drunken, you feel me? With their own blood. They're gonna be wanting to kill so bad. That's what that means. You feel me? They're gonna be wanting to be killing so bad, they're gonna want to keep doing it over and over and over. That's why when you get drunk, you drinking over and over and over, they're gonna be wanting to kill over and over and over and over.
As with sweet wine. And all flesh shall know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob.
Mighty one of Jacob. Not the whole earth, just Jacob. Who is Jacob? That's Israel. He's the Redeemer, the Savior. That's who the Lord is, of Israel, not the whole planet. He's finna destroy these nations. They're gonna kill themselves. He's gonna use them to kill each other. Real talk. All right, so you can drop that. Let's go to Isaiah 60 and 12.
The book of Isaiah chapter 60, verse 12. For the nation and kingdom that will not starve thee, that's like I serve thee, shall perish.
Right. We're going to have slaves in the kingdom. This is what the Lord telling Isaiah. For the nation and kingdoms. It's going to be kingdoms when we ruling. But they're going to serve us. And if not, they're going to perish. Which means they're going to get destroyed.
Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
Good luck. You serve the white man. Y'all pay taxes on him. When he come in y'all country, y'all give him what he want. You're going to do it to us. When we ruling, you're going to do it to us. Or you're going to be destroyed.
Verse 13. The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary.
Right, because Lebanon was known at the time of Solomon. He used Lebanon wood because they was known for having the finest wood to make houses and just different type of tabernacles, all type of stuff. You hear me? They had to find, like going to Home Depot or Menards, or Lowe's or something like that. They got the fine wood. Lebanon had the fine wood. That's what they country was blessed with. You hear me? Real talk.
And I will make the place of my feet glorious.
Right. He said he gonna use all that to make the place of his feet glorious, which is the sanctuary, the houses, the neighborhood. We're gonna use all their stuff. You hear me? All these nations, we're gonna use all of them. You hear me? They gonna work. They're gonna pay tribute.
Verse 14. The sons also of them that afflict thee shall come bending unto thee.
And they're gonna be bending the knee. When a black person walk, it ain't even a black person in the United Nations. But what I'm saying, when a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian in Christ's kingdom step foot in another land, they're gonna get down on their knee. Because they know if anything go wrong, our whole country is in jeopardy.
And all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet.
Right. That's what I say. All these people look down on us. They in our neighborhoods, selling us Black and Miles and Swisher Sweets, all that backwoods and stuff. They looking down on us, selling us pork when they don't even eat pork. The Muslims, the Jewish people, they selling us pork. They selling us crab, lobster, all that stuff that they don't even eat. Or not supposed to eat, I would rather say. But they selling it to us because they look down on us. They just want to take our money and run. All these same people is going to be bending the knee. Their face is going to be on the ground.
And they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel.
Goddamn right.
Verse 15, whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations.
Right. The Lord say He's gonna make us an eternal excellency and a joy of many nations. Even though at one point people hated us, they ain't wanting to do with us. But they call us a cotton pick. I can't do business with a kata. I can't do business with black people. That's how it is right now. They don't want to do business with black people. Talking about black people don't want to start businesses. We tried. They don't want to do business with us. So the businesses fail. That's not going to be in the future. That ain't what the book of Isaiah is saying. The book of Isaiah say, at one point you was hated, that no man went through thee. Our money don't even circulate in our community one time. They said a Jewish man money circulate 13 times before it leaves, which means it's going to different businesses before they have to actually deal with another nation. We have to deal with another nation as soon as we get our check, because nobody want to deal with us. But Isaiah is saying that's not going to happen for too long. In the future, everybody going to have to come to us, or you ain't going to get nothing.
Verse 16, thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles.
Right, suck the milk of the Gentiles. You know, the Gentiles mean nations. You feel me? Which means we're going to suck them dry. It's talking about their resources. You feel me? Just like with a woman, how she nurse a baby, you giving the baby resources when you breastfeed a baby. This is a metaphor saying how the nations is basically we're going to be feeding off their resources. How Lebanon got the good wood from the trees. We're going to be taking that. This nation got the oil. We're going to be taking that. This nation got the diamonds. We're going to be taking that. This other nation got gold. We're taking all that shit. Because the whole earth belonged to Israel. So yeah, you got your land, you got your portion, but the whole earth belonged to us, and we come in and we taking all that shit. And we're going to leave y'all with whatever we feel like we leaving y'all with.
And shall suck the breast of kings.
And all these kings in the Arab countries, the East Indians, come with all that. And they're going to give it up willingly. It ain't going to even be a fight. They're going to know when they struck a pot of gold or they struck an oil rig line, they know the first people they calling is Officer Harmar. They calling Officer ICI. Hey, we just found the new oil rig over here in India. We need to give y'all portion for y'all find out and take everything. Because I'm telling you, in our kingdom, it's not going to be no joke. How they looking for weapons of mass destruction, we ain't going to be looking for nothing. They going to be giving it to us in our kingdom.
And thou shalt know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one.
And there you go again. He had to reiterate it again. That when all this happened, everybody going to know that them people that y'all despise, them Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians y'all look down on, I'm they God. And y'all fucked up. What do you say on Minister Side? You know you fucked up, right? You know you fucked up, right? It's like, they did. You know, real talk. All right, so you could drop that. Let's go to Zechariah 14 and 11.
Book of Zechariah chapter, it's like 17 and 11.
Yeah, kind of 14 and 11.
Book of Zechariah chapter 14, verse 11. And men shall win it, and there shall be no more utter destruction, but Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited.
Right now, Jerusalem is. This how you know that the white people over there ain't the real Jews. They believe in the Torah, right? And that's what they say. This is in the Torah. Because I don't understand why they keep always talking about the Torah, because they don't believe in the New Testament, because the New Testament really condemns the Jewish man even more. Give me real talk. But what I'm saying is this. Zechariah say, Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited. Right now, it's not. They got a war going on right now. A war going on right now. Babies dying.
Verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that are fought against Jerusalem.
See, this is what I'm saying. How do you forget this? How do all of a sudden the New Testament say forget this? The New Testament didn't never say forget this. The New Testament, if anything, up the ante. Which means now we got to live even more righteously since Christ died for us. Real talk. He died so we can come back into the covenant. But this is a plague the Lord smite Jerusalem with. I mean, anybody that fought against Jerusalem with, it's like
their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
right. That's nuclear bombs. You see, look, you thought that the so-called white man was high and mighty when Oppenheimer and them came up with them damn atom bombs. No, that was the Lord. The Lord blessed Esau with the sword. Esau is the only nation on this planet out of 18 nations. There's only 18 nations on this planet. Out of 18 of them, only one did not get a blessing, and that's Esau. His blessing was the sword, which is not really a blessing because he gonna use them to destroy each other. And that's what they doing. When Oppenheimer came out with that damn bomb, that was the end of the so-called white man's reign. He didn't even know it. His days been numbered ever since. Real talk.
And their eyes shall consume away in their hole.
Now, what the hell could have happened back then with Zechariah and them where this could even happen? He's seeing the future. He's seeing nuclear bombs dropping. And this the only way he could describe it. The only way he could describe it is flesh is consuming while you standing on your feet. Your eyes is burning up and melting in the sockets.
And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
And then the tongue is melting away in their mouth. He's saying nuclear blast. He's saying Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They said the shadow it get on the ground. They said if they drop the atom bomb near you, you die in your shadow from like when it blew up. It's on the wall still. I'm like, damn, nigga, that's got to be of the Lord.
Verse 13. And it shall come to pass that in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold everyone on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor.
Right, and that's what's happening, man. Everybody rising up against each other. Everybody picking a side because Christ is on his way back. This is what Christ said was going to happen. And this is in the Old Testament.
Verse 14. And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
And the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together.
And that's what I said. All these heathen nations, y'all got diamonds and gold, and y'all got good trees that we can use for houses, and good metal and good rocks and stuff we can use. We're coming for all that. We need all that. And once we get right, then we'll let y'all start doing y'all.
Gold and silver and apparel in great abundance.
Yeah, we need all that. Then we'll let y'all, do y'all after we get straight. But we got to get straight first. The Bible says to start in the house of the Lord.
Verse 15. And so shall the plague of the horse, of the mule, of the camel, of the ass, and of all the beasts that shall be in these tents as this plague.
Mm-hmm. We're going all the way to 18.
Verse 16. And it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all the nations that came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the king.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Power, you feel me? Under a black man the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. When we get to ruling all these heathen nations, Buddhism is done. Ain't no more Buddhism. Ain't no more Baptist, Episcopalian. All that is done. Ain't no more damn gods of Egypt. Ain't no more SETI. Ain't no more cutting your face. Ain't no more putting plates in your lips. Ain't no more none of that in our kingdom. That's how you know our kingdom ain't came yet. That's how you know this stuff that you read about in the Bible has not happened yet. Because when our rulership happened, everybody gonna come year to year to worship the king. That's what they're gonna do. Every year.
The Lord of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles.
And keep the Feast of Tabernacles. That's what I'm saying. They're going to be worshiping our stuff. The same way right now, we got to celebrate Christmas. We got to celebrate Father's Day. We got to celebrate New Year's. We got to do all this stuff they do. No, all that stuff is done. When we get in rulership, they're going to be celebrating the Passover. Africans is going to be celebrating when Africans died. Greeks is going to be celebrating when the Greeks got murdered by the Maccabees. Feast of Dedications. Real talk.
17, and it shall be that whoso will not come up from all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain.
Mm-hmm. Keep going over there.
Verse 18, and if the family of Egypt go not up and come not, that have no rain, there shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite the heathen that come not up to the.
That's what I'm saying. And you know why I had to say something about the Egyptians? Because the Egyptians died in the Red Sea. They babies died during the night of the Passover. So this basically just up in the ante saying that they even got to come. Even the Africans that died during the Passover, they relatives, they descendants, they got to come celebrate the Passover. They got to remember that they had us in slavery and they died because of it. And we celebrate and they watching us party. Like it's 1999. You go hit Salaki.
Salaki said it just sounds like justice to celebrate Thanksgiving. Huh?
Yeah, hell yeah. That's what I was just saying. We celebrating Christmas and New Year's and all that. So yeah, all that's gonna happen. They all they stuff is done, is over with. All right, so yeah, let's go to Ecclesiasticus and Apocrypha 29 and 21.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 29, verse 21. The chief thing for life is water, and bread and clothing,
right?
And a house to cover shame.
Right, and that's true. The chief thing is life is water, because without 3 days without water, you're dead. You go too long without eating, you're dying. You need clothing so you don't look like you a fucking animal. You need a house so you ain't a homeless person just going round and round looking for help.
Verse 22 is the life of a poor man in a mean cottage than delicate fare at another man's house.
Right, and it's better life of a poor man in a mean cottage. And you know what this metaphor is talking about? It's better you serve the Lord than give up what the Lord taught so you can get what these other heathens have. You feel me? So you can be like these heathens. Now you a drug dealer, you a scammer, or you oppressing your people. You doing all that so you can live like the so-called white man. All these black men with white women in this interracial date is because you envy the white man's power. You feel me? It's better you be poor than you envy this man's power and go after the things that he have. Real talk.
Verse 23, be it little of hold thee contented, that thou hear not the reproach of thy house.
Right, be satisfied. Whether it's little or much, that's what contented means. Be satisfied. Whether it's little or much, be satisfied. Otherwise, shame is coming. When you're not satisfied with the way your life is, shame is coming, whether it's little or much. And that's not saying you can't go out and be a Fortune 500 person or $100,000 a year person, but make sure that you ain't doing it because you're trying to live like Esau, which is a so-called white man. Make sure you ain't doing the things Esau did to get to where he was at. Make sure it was an honest way, which most of the time in this country, to get to where he at, you're going to have to really live dishonestly. Otherwise, shame is coming. Look what happened with Young Thug. All his homies snitching on him. You feel me? Because he did it dishonestly. You feel me? He wasn't satisfied with what he had.
Verse 25. Also like it. Verse 24. For it is a miserable life to go from house to house.
Right, and it's miserable. It's a miserable life to go from house to house. You feel me? Think about somebody that's homeless that go from house to house. That's miserable. It ain't no fun in that. But this ain't talking about house physical. This is talking about different families, different religions. You feel me? It's miserable to go from serving the Muslims, then serving the Ku Klux Klan, being a Baptist, then serving Buddhism. You feel me? Because any type of religion that you serving that family, that house, that nation of people who started that religion. That's why the Jewish man didn't want to be Christian. You feel me? He didn't want to be a Muslim because he would have to serve the people of that religion. So he just took himself to say he the Jewish man. He Jewish. He practiced Judaism. Because it's miserable to go from house to house, from religion to religion, from race to race. You hear me? Real talk. That's why interracial dating is stupid. It's stupid, and you a goddamn idiot.
For where thou art a stranger, thou darest not open thy mouth.
You a stranger. You a black man. You want to be a Muslim. You a stranger. You want to be a Baptist. You a stranger. You can't even open your mouth. You can't even say nothing. They don't even take you serious when you going house to house, family to family, religion to religion, nation to nation. They don't even take you serious, man. When all these nations about to be destroyed. And if you black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you an Israelite. That's the only place you should be going to. Real talk. All right, so we could drop that. Let's go to 2 Kings 8 and 20.
The book of 2 Kings, chapter 8, verse 20. In his days, Edom revolted from under the hand of Judah and made a king over themselves.
Right. Now, it say Edom revolted. Edom is a so-called white man. Right now, the so-called white man is ruling the planet. So how is he revolting? Because at this point in time, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we had our kingdom and we ruled our land, and people came and paid tribute because of Solomon's wisdom. We was living like princes and princesses. That's how we was living. We was living good. So why is Edom revolting?
Verse 21.
Hold on, wait. Once again, I want to ask online or in the room. Anybody know why Edom is revolting right now? And if you was here from the beginning, you would know. Nobody know. All right, well, I'm gonna tell you. I only got a little bit of time left. Edom is revolting because of interracial dating. Because of interracial dating. This is during the time of Solomon. His sons is ruling that he had with heathen women. The kingdom split because Solomon wanted to have sex with heathen women in his old age. And now Edom is revolting. Edom, the so-called white man, was in submission. They was in submission. Now they revolted.
And made a king over themselves.
And now they made a king over themselves. You know why they made a king over themselves? Because the Lord wasn't with us no more. That's why. We got big-headed and thought we was something. So we can do whatever the fuck we want. And we're going to still live this glorious life in Jerusalem, in Israel, and it didn't happen. Once we start interracial dating, it's the same reason why he flooded the earth. He flooded the earth because of interracial dating. So now he destroyed our kingdom for it. And now we got white people putting kings. They was living in the caves. And now they got kings.
Verse 21. So Joram went over to Zaire and all the chariots with him. And he rose by night and smote the Edomites, which compassed him about.
Right. So the ones that rose up, these specific group of Edomites, they rose up, they went and go kill them because they was never supposed to rise up. Because we knew if they ever start rising up, that was the end of us. It's a black and white world. They even knew, even in their ignorance, that Esau is rising up. We got to go kill him. We got to go put a stop to this because this is going to be the end of our rulership.
And the captains of the chariots and the people fled into their tents.
Right.
Verse 22. Yet Edom revolted from under the hand of Judah until this day.
Until who?
Until this
until
day.
This day. That's talking about even to right now. Until this day, it's talking about right now. Edom is revolting from under the hand of Judah until this day. You wonder why the white man won't let you get up in the world? Because he's revolting against you. You know why he keep putting all these damn laws in effect to keep you down? Because he's revolting. He's revolting. against you. It's a revolt. That means rebellion. He rebelling. Whenever a black person try to do anything, he bring you right down because he's rebelling against you.
Then living and revolted at the same time.
Right. Oh yeah. So you could drop that. The last scripture. Let's go to Job 37:10. But yeah, Esau, the so-called white man, he is doing all the treacherous things he's doing because he's been doing it all the way since then. All the way since then, because at the time we had them in submission. Then we had them in submission. We had them right where they needed to be. And because we sinned against God, he let them loose.
Book of Job, chapter 37, verse 10. By the breath of God, frost is given.
Right.
And the breath of the waters is straight.
Right. Now, breadth of is talking about the wideness or the width. You feel me? The wideness of the width of the oceans, the lakes, is what make it straight.
Verse 11. About watering, he wearieth the thick cloud. He scattereth his bright cloud.
Right. We're going over to 14.
12. And that is turned round about by his counsel, that they may do whatsoever he commanded them upon the face of the world in the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 13. He causeth it to come, whether for correction or for his land,
right,
or for mercy.
Right. So all the stuff you seeing, the Lord causeth it to come. Whether it's for correction, whether it's for his land, Jerusalem, or for mercy. Everything you seeing is happening for a reason. It's for correction, for the land. We need Jerusalem back. And for mercy from black people, to beg for mercy from the Lord for all the crimes and the sins we committed. The Lord is doing this. He causing it to come.
Verse 14. Hearken unto this, O Job. Stand still and consider the wondrous works of God.
Right, and that's what blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians need to do. Right now, just stand back and stand fast. That's all you need to do. Stand back, stand fast, and consider the wondrous works of the Lord that you're seeing. You feel that's in this nice class. You feel me? Tune in every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. ISUPK Kentucky content. What you ain't learned history class every other Sunday. Tune into the podcast every Wednesday, 9 o'clock. You feel me? How about Shimei Shah Thumb? How about Shimon Thumb? About Shimei Shah. Class is missed.